I want my family back, and no one believes me when I say they've been replaced. I don't know what to do now. My name is Jessica, and a few days ago my life was perfectly normal. I had a great mom named Lily, a loving dad called Thomas, and an annoying little brother, Timmy. Though Timmy really, really bugged me, I still loved him very much, even if I didn't want to spend too much time around him. I surely never, ever wanted him to disappear from my life forever. My family had this tradition of going out for dinner once a week to break the routine and enjoy some time together. Usually we did this on Tuesdays, which was fine with me, but when Timmy got an after-class activity, we had to change it up to Thursday. That didn't work for me at all. Why? Because that was when my favorite show aired. I was so annoyed and refused to accept this change. I didn't want to give up my show, even if my mom said I was being stubborn. "Just record it and watch it after dinner, Jess," she said. But I was hard-headed and said no. You see, I'm a big fan of horror and mystery shows. This was the very best I've ever seen. It was so creepy and always had so many twists and turns. There was a family similar to my own that usually went through many different strange situations. They were sort of protagonists, but sometimes other characters would appear and be the focus of attention. Anyways, the mother of the family looked kind of like my mom, but with really dark hair instead of blonde. The dad was far taller and thinner. The little boy was shorter than Timmy and had a much bigger nose. And they didn't have a daughter, so I didn't feel like they were similar to my folks at all. It was my moment of the week to unwind from school and homework, and I didn't want to miss it, so I decided to stay home that night. Mom and Dad seemed disappointed, but accepted my decision. Timmy, being a brat, smiled and said, "More food for me." I threw a pillow at him and rolled my eyes, yelling back at him, "Shut up, Timmy!" He laughed as they left, and I turned on the TV, getting ready for my favorite show. Suddenly, I noticed that it was raining heavily outside. It was bizarre because a while ago when I walked outside to take out the trash, the sky was clear. I shrugged it off, but the storm got worse and worse. I tried to ignore it, focusing on the show instead, when a bolt of super bright lightning fell from the sky, making it seem like it was broad daytime for an instant. I covered my eyes, and when I looked again, the show was over. There was some silly rom-com movie playing. I was so confused. I hadn't gotten to see anything at all. How could it be over already? That was when I heard my parents and little Timmy walking in the door. They had been out for just 10 or 15 minutes. Had they forgotten something in the house? Or maybe the rain was too bad, and they had decided to eat at home instead. "Hi, you're back really soon," I said, turning around on the sofa. When I saw the people standing there, I immediately screamed in horror. "Who are you?" I don't know why I screamed that, because I knew who they were. The thing is, they weren't my mom, dad, and little brother. "What are you talking about, Jess? We are your parents. Are you pulling a prank on us?" The woman who looked like my mom, but with dark hair, replied. "Stop acting silly," the man standing next to the woman said. He was tall and slender, and the kid walking towards the sofa, he had a big nose and was much smaller than my brother Timmy. They weren't my family at all. They were the horror show's family. "You aren't my parents, and he isn't my brother. Get out of here before I call the cops," I screamed, freaking out. The woman who pretended to be my mom looked concerned and walked over to me. "Are you feeling sick, Jessica? You sound delirious," she said. "I'm not sick. I just want my family back," I screamed and moved away from the creepy people from my favorite TV show. I ran upstairs to my bedroom and locked the door, trembling in fear and confusion. What was going on? I didn't understand what was happening. Was I dreaming? I pinched my arm, and it really hurt. I was alive. Jumping in front of my computer, I searched for the TV show. Much to my horror, the family that appeared on the screen was my own: Lily, Thomas, and Timmy. I began sobbing and heard knocking on my door. It was my fake dad asking if I was okay. The following morning, I rushed to my school, refusing to speak to the strangers taking over my family's lives. When I talked to my friends, none of them understood what I was rambling about. Those sound like your parents, Jess. You're acting super weird, they replied as I described the people living in my house. Your mom has never been a blonde. Do you want us to call the school nurse? Ever since then, I've been watching the show obsessively, over and over again, trying to find a way of getting my real parents and brother back. I'm so scared. I don't want to live with those strangers, and I miss my real mom and dad, even my annoying baby brother. Thanks for watching. What would you do if you suddenly noticed your family had been switched for absolute strangers? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and check out other videos on the channel.